All right, y'all, Water Guard TV, man. We back with another video. I got to get on this topic with Dee-1, speaking about he was offered a record deal to perform homosexual acts by Gatekeepers. Now, first, before I play this video, I'm gonna what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be speaking on the boule. I'm gonna be speaking on a lot of facts in the history of pretty much the industry, so y'all can understand why would somebody want to control the music industry, because there's some people out there that's liberal and they feel like, you know what, why would they want to do this? They don't have to be in control. And I'm gonna give you facts, dates, and receipts so you understand it's been going on for a long time. They know what they don't want to have in the music industry. Okay, just like before, you remember when that song, I never forget that song, Fight the Power. You got to fight the power at B. But when rap started, it was that liberation talk that's been going on since 1804. Since they had in 1804 when Haiti won its independence. And then we had some other things happen. In 1904, that's when the boule was created. I'm going to get more in depth into this, but now let's hear what Dee-1 got to say.
Gatekeepers. If you're trying to get on certain media platforms to get interviewed, there's gatekeepers. If you're trying to get on the mainstream radio, you heard me, urban radio, there's gatekeepers. Yes. I will say one last thing about gatekeepers. The only true gatekeeper to what's meant for you in this world is God and your level of integrity. That's the only two gatekeepers, because what's meant for you and what you want, that's two different things. And a lot of times people end up wanting things that ain't of God. And now if you want something that ain't of God, you got to go through gatekeepers. So I'd rather go through God than go through gatekeepers any day. So all these people, all the times that I have encountered these gatekeepers.
So you hear what he said? He just said and that he would rather not even go through a gatekeeper. See, this is standing on something, having principles and morals. That's why they want people to feel like it's okay to forget the morals and the principles that you stand on, so you can be more easily persuaded to do things that is not standing on no principle or morals. And this is why I think they pushing the we got Lil Nas X, he pushing the homosexuality, because in my opinion, once you broken black people to where they are, you gonna get most of them to do whatever, because they don't understand the Black Liberation Army. They don't know about the Black Panther Party, the Revolutionary Action Movement. They don't know about these movements where it was a group of people that stood on business, and they understood that we're not just going to let the machine dictate to what we do and, what our principles is. I'm gonna let them keep going.
In the industry, and I'm knowing I'm overqualified for something, but I got somebody telling me I'm not good enough, or I'm not enough for this, or I'm not paying enough for that, I had to learn through maturity that wasn't of God. You feel me? And that's what you got to check. Do you have godly ambition, or do you have selfish ambition? And in this world, it's very easy to have selfish ambition, and that'll take you on a pathway to where you're going through all these gatekeepers who really ain't nobody in the big scheme of things. On the totem pole of people with integrity and people with morals, values, and principles, these gatekeepers ain't nobody. But in this perverted, sick, twisted industry, these gatekeepers do hold access to certain levels, Right. Bro, I've had gatekeepers in the music industry who have literally tried to hold a record deal behind their back and let me know, like, look, if you're a part of this homosexual act that I'm trying to take part in, you hear me? Yeah, come on, this door open real quick for you. Like, I got a song where I've talked about that before called The Devil's Playground. Like, this is real, dog. And the only way that type of stuff can work on you is if you let them have all the leverage to where you want what's behind that gate that bad.
You see? So they play you with something that, oh, you want the fame and money, and you want, that's why influence is real. This is why they got to get rid of people. That's why Dee-1 is not going to be as successful in the rap game as anybody else, because this is going to be bad for business. Okay, I spoke about this, but I'm gonna speak about it again. In 1904, this was when all this created. This happened when Haiti got its independence. It just shook the industry and the machine up. They like, dang, we need something that's gonna kind of keep people in line, because they're standing on their freedom. They're standing on being able to be treated as their own. So that's when in 1904, 100 years later, the Boule was formed. Now, I went to college, right? And I remember going there, and I told this story on my channel before. I remember going there, and they used to say, I remember a guy said, hey, you can only pledge into one of these fraternities when you become a sophomore. I dropped out of school. It wasn't because of this, but it just, the type of people and the type of things that was in school. I went to Bethune-Cookman, and there was a lot of homosexuality men, I ain't gonna say a lot, but it was more than what I'm used to seeing in, my community where I'm from. I always knew that was there, but it's like, this is where these guys are at. But these fraternities and these sororities, this is where they work on controlling people, and they put them in a boule, kind of like a Gatekeepers situation, to where they keep secrets, and they be having hazing problems where they'll try to just doing all of these secret acts. So anybody that's in one of these, you got to question their integrity, because they'll be doing things like, hey man, we trying to help the community. They'll be like saying all of this. But the origin of this in 1904 is for control. It's for the 10% of successful Black people to control the 90%. And it's through influence. It's not through anything else. So anybody that stands on morals, and you'll see anybody that's in a part of this boule, you're not gonna see no morals or nothing that they stand on. That's the first thing that's gonna let you know what somebody's about. Okay, if they're just a liberal person or something like that, they just could be influenced, but they could really know what's going on. Okay, you got people who created, like I said, the Black Liberation Army, the Revolutionary Action Movement, the African People's Socialist Party. That was created by Marcus Garvey. Okay, but then we got the boule that was made in 1904 that's still running today. All of these Black Panther parties and the parties that people made because they wanted their people to stand on business of their people and liberation of their people, it doesn't exist. Why? Because it's not for the machine. Okay, it's for control. They need control, and that's why these gatekeepers are in line to make everybody who stand on principle and morals to feel like this is the way to go. And it's like, why would they do this? Why would, for fame and fortune? There's a lot of people that will. It's sad, but there's a lot of people that, and I just did the video with Katt Williams and Ludacris. And we don't know what that these guys are telling the truth, but it makes sense if you look at history. If you look at history, the guys that are willing to not stand on any principles from their ancestors or was from, before, they're not getting the love, and they're getting their name slandered, and they're not looked at in the industry as, good people. And it's a reason for that, because they want you to look at their chosen people as, oh, these are the people. So they can have no more of this, because if you got people that's standing on business like this, like from 1804 when they got their independence back, it's not going to be big for the machine. This is all really about money and control, really. That's really what it's about. Okay, we need to get these guys that's standing on the morals, we need to control them, because it could get out of hand. So my point to everybody is, if you not like if you hear somebody and you don't hear them talk on principle, that there's things that they wouldn't do because they sit on morals, principles, and integrity, I can't trust you. I don't, you just could be influenced, or you just could be ignorant to the situation, but you are probably a part of the boule without being a part of the boule. You get what I'm saying? You probably just still got sold and you got manipulated to think that, standing on principles and not, holding true to what you believe is not that necessary. We need to understand what the world needs. What the world, the world is changing. We need this. And that's what the boule aim to do. They aim to break your tradition, morals, and principles so that it could be more controllable. All right. So let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section, man. I was just, this really is important to me. I respect people that stand on things and that have morals and integrity. Like I respect Dee-1, for him even speaking on it. We see what Katt Williams is talking about. All men ain't going, But if you feel that you feel that you can root for a party, a Republican or a Democratic party, you can root for all of these, but you don't know nothing about what Marcus Garvey created, that they destroyed. You don't know anything about the parties that was created by your people and what principles they wanted to stand on. If none of those principles mean anything to you, you shouldn't even be speaking, because it's just not making no sense to people out here that's really understanding this and they standing on what their ancestors was talking about. What Malcolm X and Martin Luther King was saying, what all of these guys that was saying. We understand that it's a business about money and control, and some of y'all just falling victim. But hey, let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Give me a like, a dislike. If I'm talking crazy and I ain't making no sense and you don't like what I'm saying, put it in the comments and link me in the description, man. I'm about health, wealth, and a better understanding of self. Peace and love, man.
Are you ready for cleaner, safer water throughout your entire home? Our high-efficiency water systems handles just that. Plus, it can be installed in one day by our expert local installers. Just click below to check local pricing and claim your free water test today.